Hello my lovely cancers, I'm Bang Baby and welcome to my channel. Today we're basically going to be taking a look at what you can expect for the rest of December 2021. Please keep in mind that my messages are for those who need it most, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? So let's get started. So I'm basically going to be using 3 decks for your reading. I'm going to be using the Rebel deck for the Oracle card, and that's basically going to give me a summary of what you can expect for the rest of December or where you're standing at currently, right? And then I'm going to be using Tattoo Tarot to give me details and more insight into your current situation. And then I'm also going to close off the reading with the Angels and Ancestors Oracle card, okay? So let's get started. Angels, Ancestors, Spirit Guides. Oof. I hope that you guys are well. I hope that, you're doing good. Merry Christmas. I mean, it is Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas. I am getting this out to you late, and I'm sorry for that. But we still have a few days left in December, and this is my first time doing zodiac readings. So, yes, I'm going with the flow of things. Alright? As soon as I finish these, I'm going to be working on January readings. Alright, so let's see what we got going on. Also, my lovely cancers, if you have a unique name for cancers, please put that in the comments below. And if this reading helped you in any sort of way, gave you some sort of insight, clarity, guidance, please let me know about that as well in the comments, okay? Let's see. Angels, ooh, there we go. Okay. You are giving away your power. You are a badass. Act like it. Okay, I like that. Some of you guys, what I'm getting is that you don't believe in yourself. Some of you guys definitely have low self-esteem and you don't feel like you're worthy. Whether it's like friendships, like you don't have good connections with your friends, or maybe you don't have that many friends or solid friends. Maybe you don't have good relationship with your family, and especially when it comes to romantic connections, maybe you have not had the best of luck, okay? But there's a need for you to step into your power and remember who you are, okay? Because cancers, you have a lot to offer, okay? You have a lot of love to give. That's what the element of water represents, emotions and love, okay? So make sure you know your worth. Make sure you know your value. Don't settle for less than what you deserve. Don't be chasing after things that you know are not good for you or that are working for that matter. If you see that you're putting more effort or energy into a connection, fall back, okay? If someone really cares for you and they're really your friend, there's no reason why you should be chasing after them that hard, okay? But your worth, your self-worth is not defined by external validation. I hope you know that, okay? So people telling you you're pretty or you look good, you're handsome, like, or you're successful, you don't need that, okay? Definitely, like, there's a need for you guys to maybe even pull away from people for a little bit and focus on yourself, okay? Focus on healing yourself. Focus on rebuilding yourself and finding yourself. Because, yeah, definitely I'm picking up on cancers who have low self-esteem, who do not believe in themselves, who struggle to have confidence, okay? But there's no reason why you should allow people to, I feel like by you looking, and this is not for every cancer, okay? So keep that in mind, all right? So if this resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, let it fly, all right? But for the cancers that I'm reaching out to or that I'm picking up on, you have a lot going for you. You have a lot to offer to somebody or even just the world in general, okay? Just because some of you have been ghosted, because that word ghosted came up. Fuck that person, all right? I mean, things happen, okay? But I said that because it hurt your feelings. So, yeah. But things happen, and maybe even then, like, that was universe's way of removing that person out of your way. Maybe there was a bullet that you were dodging down the line, or maybe it just wasn't working out and it was a waste of your time, and that's okay. Maybe that person came into your life and served a purpose, and that's okay. And they fulfilled that person and they dipped out. That's, you know what I mean? But even if it was not ghosted or anything else, don't give your self-worth based on what people think of you, how people treat you. Okay, that's why I feel like some of you are giving your power away. Also, some of you are so nice. I mean, you're a Cancer, like you're a gentle soul, and I resonate because I'm a Sag sun, okay, but I'm also a Cancer moon, so I resonate with that energy a lot. Sometimes, for some of you guys have a hard time having a backbone, and you guys are a little bit of a pushover. You might be people pleasers, and that's okay, as long as you acknowledge it and you work on it. You know, and the only reason why you need to pay attention to that is because, I mean, it's going to be doing good for everybody else, but you're going to be the doormat on the ground that keeps getting stepped on. And I'm pretty sure you don't want that, right? So I feel like with you not like standing up for yourself or not having firm boundaries, and there's people that are going to make you feel guilty for having your firm boundaries, and you should be wary about those people, okay? If someone is upset that you say no, or you say a different type of boundary, like you can't, or you don't have the time, and they guilt trip you, gaslight you, or make you feel guilty, those are not your people. Okay, if you're finding yourself and you're figuring out what you like and you don't like, if you let people know about your boundaries and they get disrespectful, or they get upset, or they make it seem like you're a bad person for doing that, it's only because they're trying to trick you. Okay, they're trying to trick you into believing to put your walls back down, or to give up your boundaries. Okay, so why? So they can step all over you again. So that's why I feel like some of you guys are a little bit too nice to other people, to the point where it's hurting you. That's why it says you're giving your power away. Okay, so take your power back and stand strong. Okay, I feel like those who are emotional have the capability of being the most strongest, because they know how to be compassionate and loving, and they know when to stop it. You know, they know when to be like, no, you're not a good person for me to give that to. You know, not everyone is worth giving your love to, and that's what I'm getting here too. Okay, let's see. Cancer, you're also one of the most nurturing signs. You're also the most loving, right? So there's a need for you. Yes, it's beautiful that you're a loving individual, but so far I feel like for some of you guys may have had a lot of experiences where you have given that love to the wrong people. I keep my readings general, okay? So I don't do love readings. Family, friends, significant others, romantic connections, even like coworkers, bosses, however this fits and resonates with you, okay? Only you know that. But there's a need for you to start living for yourself, okay? When I think of Cancers, I think of like even if you're male or female, okay? But like the loving parent, the nurturer, okay? That's what I get from Cancer energy. And that's beautiful and all, but then that means that you put your family first. Family is very important to you. But then again, that's what our society's going through a lot, all right? With the dynamic of family, okay? Is that there are beautiful families out there and it's healthy and all that stuff, but then there's like a lot of toxic family dynamics that are out there too. So especially if you're a loving spirit and you're a nurturer, you have definitely had experiences with giving love to the wrong people, okay? Even bending over backwards for your family who don't appreciate you, all right? Or who, you know, don't acknowledge you, or say everything that you sacrificed was for nothing. You know what I mean? Or even like romantic connections, like maybe they made you feel like you weren't good enough. Maybe they made you feel like no matter what you did again, didn't work. So there's probably a few cycles that you're going through. This is for a particular Cancer, okay? Maybe a few of you. It's not for everyone. Remember that. All right. This last shuffle, and then I'm going to get started on your reading, okay? The reason why I shuffle so many times is because I want to give you a clean slate. It's always good to start off on a clean slate. Oh, also guys, I do offer personal readings. I offer $25 general readings and $45 in-depth readings. If you are interested, you can always email me or get in contact with me. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can also email me. I'm not sure if I had mentioned this already. If you have a unique name for cancers, you can also place that in the comments. If my reading has given you any sort of insight, guidance, clarity, you can always drop that in the comments too and let me know. All right. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, I'm loving light. I ask that you please give me insight. What does my cancers need to know for December 2021? Ooh, what do my lovely cancers need to know for December 2021? Okay, that's one. What do my lovely cancers need to know for December 2021? My lovely cancers need to know for December 2021. Okay. One more card for my lovely cancers. December 2021. December 2021. December 2021. Okay. Alright, cancers. So I technically have 4 cards here on the table, and the only zodiac sign that made an appearance was Libra. Okay? I'm gonna be digging for 2 more. Let's see. I also have Pisces and then Aries. Okay, I also have Virgo, so we'll take those. Okay, so some of you guys may be dealing with the Libra, Pisces, Aries, or Virgo. That other person might also have Libra, Pisces, Aries, Virgo in their chart somewhere. Or you, Cancer, you might have Libra, Pisces, Aries, or Virgo in your chart, okay? Remember that we are more than our sun, moon, and rising signs. Our natal chart is basically like a map to our soul and who we are and what our spiritual journey is in this lifetime. Okay, so please keep that in mind as well. Your overall energy is the Knight of Wands. And then you also have the Page of Wands underneath that. Okay? So, very interesting. And then I have the Two of Cups underneath that. For my other zodiacs, I did not pull those. I just felt the urge to pull those extra cards for you. Okay? So I follow my instincts. I follow my intuition. I do want to say I do see that you're moving forward and you're making progress, okay? I do see that you left behind toxic relationships, people who no longer helped you or who were stunting your growth, even situations, but particularly relationships, especially tied to emotions, especially tied to love, okay? So definitely I'm getting family dynamics, I'm getting friends, and I'm getting family. It's all going to be different for you. Keep in mind I'm reading for multiple different cancers, okay? So you put this how it fits into your life. But with the Two of Cups in reverse, I'm definitely getting that is like, you see how they're doing like a handshake? It's kind of like an agreement, right? But with these, like this Two of Cups is kind of showing me that whoever these individuals were, they took advantage. Okay, well, it was supposed to be an equal give and take. I give, you take, you give, I take. It's kind of like that, right? It's an equal give and take. But however, it was different in this situation. It was more so you were giving, giving, giving. And as you're a giver, okay, and you have a lot to give, all right? You have a lot of love to give. You have a lot of emotion to give. You have a lot to give. Even abundance. Like water also represents abundance in that way too. But these type of people, they just kept taking and taking and taking. And before you know it, it had a big impact on you. Okay, and not in a good way. All right? But they kept taking and taking and taking, and you kept giving and giving until you almost had nothing left to give. Maybe you got to a point where you had nothing left to give. Okay? But these people definitely like took advantage of that sense. It was more of a business transaction for them. It was more if it was a relationship, it kind of shows me that you cared for this person more than they cared about you. And that's so uncomfortable to hear that, you know? So I'm sorry about that. That always sucks, especially like you having a beautiful heart as much as you do. It always sucks to know that somebody cared less about you than you did them. Okay? But it explains why they gave you so little to begin with. Okay, I will say it's a bit hard for you to move on from this like kind of like betrayal or mischievousness or letdown. Okay, because like I have the Two of Cups in reverse, which is like unequal give and take, unequal relationship, unbalanced relationship, disharmonious relationship, chaotic connection. Okay, I'm getting the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands, especially the way it pops out for me, for you, it's showing me that this is you starting on your journey of moving on from this situation and letting it go. Okay, it could even be you starting this journey of you sticking up for yourself and taking your power back. Okay, because I see that. All right, but there's progress, and I see it. I'm gonna show you. So it starts off here, you being unhappy, you being hurt, you being sad, right? Then it starts off with this Page of Wands. You decided to start taking your power back. Okay, but the thing was, it was a little bit hard for you to let go of it because you kept looking back, because you kept you maybe were haunted by questions. Okay, because that's another card I have here, Five of Swords. Yep, look, wow, 5-5. Like you literally were hurt and overthinking about the deception, the betrayal, the chaos, like the arguments, the conflicts, and this is how it left you: heartbroken, sad, regret, remorseful, would've, could've, should've. Like you were the one stuck with the questions, but this person didn't care that much, and that also sucks to hear. While this was you crying out the window, they're over here living their best life, doing their own thing, and that's hard. Okay, and this is for some Cancers, not for everybody, but this is what I'm picking up. Okay, and I do see you keep looking back, or you kept looking back. It's gonna change, and I'm gonna show you how. But you kept looking back, and especially with the fox. I always thought the fox was a beautiful animal, but somehow it came into symbolizing betrayal, lying, or mischievousness, or just dishonesty. So even then, the fact that you were looking back and you were realizing how much this person was dishonest with you, disingenuous with you, manipulative even. That's what I heard. Wow. Ooh. While you were having while you were having a hard time moving on from this person has kind of like a smug look. Like, you know how kids, when they do something not so good, and like they smile, let's say they have cookies, right? Like they have a cookie jar, and you tell them not to eat a cookie as a parent, right? But then when you're not looking, they go and get a cookie, right? And then when you tell them, hey, did you take one? They like have that smug smile on their face. That's what this is. Like this person, they're very immature. All right, so I need you to understand that they're very immature, and this is probably a person who is not going to take accountability for their actions. Again, this is family, friends, significant others, romantic connections, however, whatever. All right, but I definitely do see that this person was dishonest. Okay, and you were still looking back on it, like you were haunted by the past, because this was you crying at your window, thinking, constantly thinking. Your heart was torn up, your thoughts were everywhere, scattered. This person had you really messed up. And, oh, yes, I love that. That's why it says take your power back, because this shouldn't be you crying over someone who was fucking lying like that. Ooh, that was rhyming too. Okay. That was cool. All right, so let's see what else we got for you. Okay, so the reason why I said it's not going to stay like this forever is because, look, this is you now, right? So while this was you in the past, this is you working on taking your power back. This is you. This is where you're going. And also the order of the court cards is Page, Knight, Queen, King. And look at, you're moving. You're taking action. And then Wands, it also talks about moving forward, taking action, right? So you're moving forward. You have the Knight. Sorry, you have the Page, and you were looking back at this. But now you're moving forward. Your back is completely turned from it. Where at one point you were haunted by questions and you kind of were stuck and you kept looking back, and it was hard for you to even convince yourself that you need to move on and move past this, because there was a part of you that was like, are you sure? What if, right? And this is you now. You're having the strength to take your power back and move forward because you know the truth now, right? So these were the extra cards I pulled. Don't tell the other zodiac signs, okay? Because I pulled extra cards for you. I just felt like a lot of heartbreak and stuff, so I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging like that. Okay. So for your past energy, I'm getting King of Pentacles. Okay, so again, whoever you were dealing with, this person was very controlling. Okay, they wanted things to be their way. They were very like superficial. Maybe they like materialistic items. They probably were either really bad with money or really like, okay, they were probably really bad with their money, but they still spent it irresponsibly whenever they got it. Okay, because they like nice things or they like pretty things or whatever. Okay, but I also feel like for you, you over giving to this person, not only did it probably put you in a financial rut, or you probably lost finances, or some other things when it came down to this person, but also I'm getting heavily that your health was definitely impacted. Okay, because whenever I see Pentacles, and especially the King and Queen of Pentacles, those are my cards of telling me about health. So if I'm seeing a King of Pentacles in reverse, I see bad health, and that is possible. Okay, it is possible to get so stressed out, so worn out, so exhausted, or so heartbroken that your body physically starts to feel it. Okay, so I feel like some of you guys, maybe you guys got into a deep depression, or maybe you had some other illness or sickness or something that happened. But as soon as you started moving away from this person and moving on with your life, you saw a difference. Okay, it wasn't the same. You started getting better. You started physically getting better. Okay, but with the Six of Swords here in reverse, especially underneath the taking your power back, even though you're doing it, follow your instincts. You literally just saw me follow my instincts, okay? And hopefully it helped in some sort of way. But follow your instincts, okay? Definitely easier said than done. Sometimes it could be scary. That's okay. But with the Six of Swords here, even though you're taking action, you're following your women is kind of like, what do I do now? What do I do now? What do I do now? And you're in your head a lot, okay? But I feel like this is you trying to figure out a way to move forward with your life. And it's cool too because you actually, where are you? You actually have the Five of Swords here too. So it goes from 5 to 6, okay? And that shows me moving progress. You're making movements forward, moving progress. And I like that too because that's the second pair that showed me that you're moving forward. Is this 5 and the 6 of Swords? And notice it's the same element. And then there's the Page and Knight of Wands, and they're also the same element, right? But it's like moving forward. You're moving to the next level, which is good. I feel like you're trying to put those thoughts down about the deception, about the conflicts, and like overthinking and making it feel like it's your fault, you know, because we do that too. That's okay. Like, as long as you become aware about it. Sometimes how people treat you or what goes on with like around you in your environment, it has such an impact on you where you start thinking it's your fault. Okay, it's not. This was not your fault. So I feel like the reason why the Six of Swords in reverse is like, yes, you're contemplating on moving forward. You're contemplating on moving forward, but you're trying also not to like allow your thoughts to wander to thinking about that person or to that situation. And I like that because I feel like whenever you have a traumatic memory that pops up randomly in your head with this person or with these individuals, you tell yourself push it away. So you're becoming conscious about your thoughts. So if you have a negative thought, you push it away and you replace it with a positive one. And that has also an impact on you overall, on your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, and all around your physical health. That's very important. So I hope you're proud of yourself because I'm proud of you. Like, that's so not easy, okay? Then I have, with your future card, is the Justice card in reverse. Okay, so that's the outcome. So that lets me know that you're working on getting yourself into balance, and that's a big thing. Like, even then, think about it. It went from you having not so good health, not so good finances, being stressed out, being around self-centered, selfish people, and then now you're working on balancing yourself. And part of that is being aware of how you think and what kind of thoughts are in your head. Okay, so this is all of these. I'm stuttering so hard in your reading for some reason. In all of these, I see that this all has to do with you taking your power back. Even though it may not feel like it, you're doing it. I'm so proud of you. Like, wow. I'm so proud of you. You're doing this by yourself too. That's amazing. Okay. So I'm going to give you 3 advice cards and then I'm going to close out the reading. Please keep in mind, I don't know if I said this already and I'm sorry if I did. Just want to make sure because I forgot in the other videos. Okay, I do offer personal readings. I offer $25 general readings, $45 in-depth readings. So if you're interested, please contact me or email me. All my information is in the description box below, okay? Remember that if you have a unique name for Cancer, put that in the comments as well. And if this reading resonated with you or helped you in some sort of way, let me know that as well, okay? All right. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, of love and light, I ask that you please give me insight. Okay, that's warm. Thank you. Can I get 2 more cards for Cancer, please? Some of you guys, for those of you guys who are, iffy about angels and spirit guides, they're there, okay? And the fact that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, they're actually making an extra attempt to protect you, okay? So especially if these individuals that you cut loose are trying to circle back around, you're protected. And you not only do you feel it in your surroundings and the energy, but you feel it within yourself. There's a part of yourself that's protecting your heart, because you, Cancer, you have a beautiful heart, dude. So I feel like for you, your own self is like, okay, we gotta protect, we gotta protect. Because you have a pure heart. You have a lot of innocence to you too. So I definitely do see a lot of protective energy around you. Maybe even you're just sick of that phase, or you're just sick of this type of connection, relationships, environments. You want better. Ooh, all of that to say you're taking your power back. That's right. Okay. Ooh, and just as I said, you have a lot of like guarded energy around you. Not in the sense that you're guarded, but you're protected. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're protected. All right? Like, I'm definitely getting a whole lot of guarded energy for you. One more card for my lovely, beautiful Cancers for December 2021. Can I get 1 card for my lovely Cancers? Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, love and light. I ask that you please give me insight. I need 1 more card for Cancers, December 2021. Thank you. Okay. All right. So the first one I got is Protection Guardian, and I feel like this is what it is. Ooh. Okay. You see how she has an eye here? I kind of feel like you see these individuals for who they are. Okay. You see these individuals for who they are, but you're also standing in your power. You see how she's standing? Even with her hand out, she's like, don't talk to me. Like, I like that. Don't talk to me. That's what this is. Don't. Like, literally, that's all I heard was don't. But I also feel like this is your spirit guides too, if ever these individuals come back. Especially if this is a toxic ex, toxic friend, toxic family member, and you know they're not going to change, and you know that in your heart, and that was like the final nail in the coffin, you're protected. Okay, not only within yourself where you're guarded and you're like, no, I'm done with this bullshit, but you also have your spirit guides like, don't test her, don't test them, don't test him, stay away. That is really cool. And this is you now too. This is you standing in your confidence. Okay, it went from you being down and out, sick and stuff, to now how you stand up. Okay, some of you guys probably started dressing better because you're happier, so you probably started looking better, like your face started looking healthier and better because you're around good people. Okay, the more stressed out you are, the more unhappy you are, you can actually see that in people's faces. So I feel like just even your demeanor, you started becoming more confident and empowered and comfortable in who you are, and that's awesome. Okay, so I like that. All right, the next card I have is Warrior. Did I even say that? Sorry. Okay. For the Protection Guardian, the advice here is actually drop your shields. Okay? So for you, that's also another thing that I'm getting, is that you can drop your shields because, again, as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, you're going to be protected. You drop your shields because your ancestors, your spirit guides, your angels, they got you. Okay? But at the same time, you don't deal with no nonsense either. It's like, it's a phrase that I heard. It says, do no harm, but take no shit. That's what the type of energy I'm getting here with her. All right? And the Warrior energy, it says, be fearless and stand strong. And that's what you're doing here. Like, it takes discipline to become aware of your thought processes. And especially if you become there's a lot of people that have toxic ways of thinking within themselves, and it's so hard for them to even admit that. So not only did you admit it to yourself, but you're working on it and you're becoming aware, and you're actually putting to use what you learned into practice. So that's definitely good. So this is you. I remember when I said you have protective energy, like you're guarded. You have like the protection guardian, and then you have warrior. You're like, ugh, your guides are ready to fight for you, bro. Like they see that you went through a lot, and whenever you see, again, you're probably gonna encounter more not so good people. That's what life is. But for those that you've already dealt with in the past, not only are you done, but your spirit guides are there fighting for you too. Okay? So if any of you guys need to hear that. And then also another thing that I heard right now was some of you guys feel alone, and your spirit guides want you to know that you're not. They're there. You just need to ask them for help. Ask your angels for help. If you're confused, lost, or sad, or whatever, and it's like you need help and you don't have anybody there, ask your angels. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. There's going to be some way that they communicate with you, whether it's a message, whether it's on your Facebook feed, your other social media feed, or whatever. Like, they're going to communicate with you. Even if you see a number, 444, 33, 222, right? All of those. And then I have Shapeshifter for your last card, and it says transform and unveil your gifts. Okay? So that's probably you in this balance energy, and that makes sense. While you're getting into balance, you're unveiling your gifts, okay? And you're transforming. That's part of your transformation, is getting into balance and seeing the truth for what it is, right? Because you see how upright she has the blindfold? Technically, when it's in reverse, the blindfold is coming off, okay? And you see how with the blindfold, it's not even. Now that you see, you can actually get yourself into balance. Now that you have become aware, you can start this transformation. And that's beautiful. Okay? That's what I got for you, my lovely Cancers. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope it helped. If you liked my content, please make sure to like and subscribe to my page. But until next time, my lovelies. Okay? Peace.